Hi everyone, I'm Marilyn. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a get ready with me. It's going to be like a spring summer tutorial with a little bit of a pop of teal in it, as you can tell with my bare face. So let's just go ahead and get started. The first thing that I'm going to do is just prime my face. My favorite primer is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. This one I believe is around $50, but like I said, I've had it for a really long time and it's lasted. It's good for all types of skin. I have combination and it really does help with the oil control, I think. So that's the first thing that I do. The second thing I do is prime my eyes, and I either use a paint pot or I also like going in with my NW20 Pro Longwear concealer. Now I do find that my particular pump pumps out too much. So what I've done is the sample that I'd gotten from MAC, I pump out a few pumps in there. And I just go and I just use this for my concealer. And today this is what I'm going to use for my base for my eyeshadows. I find that this concealer really helps your eyeshadows stay on. And it hides the veins and everything in your eyes if you have any. Which I do. I'm so light, which I did do one round of tanning last night, but if I look a little bit darker, but that is the reason. So I'm going to go in, I made my MAC eyeshadows. There's Mylar and Satin Taupe, then Brun. I ended up putting Brun in there, and Steamy. So these are the four colors that we're going to use today, and I just popped them out of my bigger MAC shadows and put them in the small one. I love having a couple of these small pans, and then you can just pop them in the small one and carry it with you. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab an all over shading brush. This is just the Cream Shadow 25 from Sephora, but you can get any flat shader brush. And I'm going to put Satin Taupe all over the lid. This is one of my favorite colors from MAC. Just going to kind of blend it through here. And I do have to look straight forward some because my eyes do fold over a little bit. I do have a little bit of a hooded eye. So I'm bringing it a little bit above the crease. Okay, so the next shade that I'm going into with a small tapered blending E45 Sigma, I'm going into Steamy, and that is that pretty teal color. I am not a lefty, as you can tell. Okay, so we're gonna take that into the crease and just kind of blend it out. I'm just gonna keep blending and blending till it's kind of soft. I don't want it real harsh, but I want it to be noticeable, but not super harsh in the crease. So we're gonna blend, blend, blend. So that is what it's going to look like when you're done. The next shade that we're going to take is that Mylar, that cream color. And this is just on a large shader, E60. And we're going to put that for your brow bone, and I'm going to bring it down in case I got any dark. You want to lighten that up in the corner. Okay, so I think I'm done so far. They look pretty even so far. Now I stop at this point with my shadows and go on to my foundation, because I feel like if I go ahead and do my underneath eyes and my and I do my eyeliner, then when I do my concealing and everything, I always cover that up. Now, if you can go ahead and do that without covering it up, good for you, but not me. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm going in my Revlon Color Stay Whipped in 200 Sand Beige. I did get this on clearance at Target, so that was a bargain. And I'm going to take my beauty blender, and it's already dampened. I do like using this with a beauty blender. So I just start moving it all around my face and blending it in. And this definitely covers up my redness, as you can see. Now when I get down to my neck, this is what I always do with my foundations, with my beauty blender. I always have, I don't want to see a line. So I'm making sure I don't have any lines, anything that's not covered. I can't stand when I get done and I have lines. Okay, so it just took a very little bit of that. Then I'm going to go under my under eyes. I just purchased this at Ulta, It Cosmetics by Undereye in neutral medium. And so far I'm liking it. I do really you need the smallest amount. I mean, that's too much. But that's all that, the smallest amount that I can get out. So I do really like this, but I do say blend it out with a beauty blender to make it thinner, or I think that you will end up having it in your lines. Because as you can tell, I mean, I'm getting lines under my eyes, and I can definitely tell that if I did not do that, it would be underneath mine. It would be all in my lines. Okay. So I have that done. The next thing I do is set my under eyes with the e.l.f. High Definition Undereye Setting Powder. This was something that Julie Dawn Olson talked about on her channel, and I had to pick it up. I keep teasing her that I'm going to do a whole video devoted to things that Julie made me buy. She is awesome. If you haven't seen her before, I'll link her channel below. So I just put a little bit in the cap, and I'm using the Real Techniques setting brush, and then I just roll it underneath my eye. It's like a pinky loose powder. It's got a little bit of sparkle, but I think it really does help lighten up underneath your eyes. As you can tell, I still have some bagginess underneath my eyes. That's just something that I deal with, and I'm trying a new eye cream that I'm hoping is going to help with that. If you know of anything to help with this bagginess, please let me know. Okay, so the next thing is to set the rest of my foundation. I use the Mineralize Skinfinish Natural in Light Plus. And I'm just using my powder blush F10 from Sigma. I had gotten a kit, so that's the only reason I have a lot of the Sigma. I got it a while back when they had like a sale or something, because I had to see what the Sigma brushes were about, and I do like them. So I just tap it on to make sure that it stays. I do think I need to bring that blue up a little bit higher on this side. Like I said, when I look straight on, I can definitely tell if I need to bring that color up, because otherwise it does not show on my eyes. Okay, so at this point, I don't normally go in and do my powder and contour and everything. I go back and do my eyes. So this is just the like the methods and the order that I do my particular foundation and routine. If you do it different, totally fine. This is just how I do mine. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this smudgy brush, and I guess it's a short shader E20. It's a Sigma, and I am going to go into that Brun color. So it's that darker brown that I had. And I'm going to use that as a liner on the top because I want this to be a soft look for summer. I don't want any harsh eyeliners. So I get it and I just smoke it out. Because I want definition on my lash line, but I don't want an eyeliner. So that is what that looks like. So it's just a little bit of definition. Then I'm going to dip that shader. I wiped it off. Dip it into Steamy. We're going to take this all the way across underneath your lower lash line. This is where you're going to get a lot of color. If you want even more intense color, then you can spray your brush with a setting spray or Fix Plus and make this stand out even more. Or if you have an eyeliner close to this color, put that on and then put on this Steamy color. If you want it a little bit less intense, then don't put it as dark. I want it pretty intense because we have just a tiny bit in the crease, so I want it to kind of stand out. So what I'm going to do after this is dip back into that Brun and just put it on the very outside edge to deepen that up. Because I don't want it all the way too bright. So this is what it's going to look like. So I'm done with the shadows. The next thing that I do, you can either start out curling your lashes, but the first thing that I do, I like to put a coat on, let it dry, and then curl my lashes. So my favorite mascara is the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. So I kind of go through, I wipe any excess off because sometimes it can get a little clumpy if you're not careful. Now I put a coat on my top lashes. Just a light coat. Oh, sorry. Kind of leaned down a little bit too far there. I have to like really get in the mirror for my lashes because I am a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to my lashes. So I'll try to get where you can see me doing my lashes here. Now I do get it on my lid quite often because my lashes are long. So I just got it on my lid. I keep these pointed Q-tips. I go ahead and put a coat on the bottom while that's drying. This is the Lash Discovery by Maybelline. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I can do it in the viewfinder. I don't want to make a mess out of it if I don't use my mirror. I'm trying not to cover up here, but I don't know if I'm doing a good job. Sorry if I'm covering it up too much, and I just got it in my hair. What a mess. What a mess. Okay, so we'll let that dry, and then I normally go on and do my brows next. So what I've been using for my brows recently is the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade, sorry, in Blonde. And so I just barely tap it in, then I tap it on the lid. Then I just start making my lines, and I go through the tail. Then I start making my line at the top. And then I fill it in. I take what's left on the lid, and then I do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so there's that. Let's finish the eyebrows, then we'll finish the rest of the face. And I've been having a hard time like screwing this lid on. It's probably your user error. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure this is dry. Get a good curl. And then put another coat on. You try to get the tops because that is what gives you the length. Go ahead, do another bottom coat. Because I do think it helps, especially with this look. Sorry. I always lean down to make sure you have bottom mascara on. Okay, so here's that mascara if you can see it from the side. Make sure I'm in focus. I love this mascara. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm not going to do a strong contour, I don't think today. If I do contouring, then I use the little Benefit brushes because I cannot find that NARS brush. I'm going to try to get maybe that MAC brush. But I'm just going to use the e.l.f. $3 mineral powder brush and use Laguana. It's just in this little Orgasm and Laguana pack. So I'm just going to go in and do it here and just kind of swirl it around. Nothing special. Up and around. This is how I like to contour a lot in the summer. Same on this side. It's not real structured. Take some down the neck. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is blush, and I'm doing Tarte Exposed because I want just a natural color. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of that Orgasm on top of this, just to make it peachy, because I'm going to do a peachy lip. And these two mixed together are pretty. Okay, for the lip, I'm doing Maybelline Pin Up Peach. That was in my favorites. I need to exfoliate my lips. I need to go do that. And let me zoom out for you. Oh, I do want to do a little bit of highlighter because it is the summer. I am just doing L'Oreal Infallible Iced Latte. So it makes a great highlighter. And I'm using the Sigma Tapered F35. Okay. I think I've got everything on. Okay, so here's the finished look. And let me know what you think. If you like this and you want more tutorials like this, please give it a thumbs up. I am learning editing, so I apologize if a lot of these videos aren't very edited or not edited at all. Please follow me on Instagram, subscribe, and let me know what kind of videos you would like to see. I want to do a series video on how to play with your palettes. Let me know if you would be interested in that series. Let me know what other videos you're interested in. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.